What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man, Stokesy Camel, back at it with another video, and today we're doing yet another toxic tier list ranking. Oh yeah, and tomorrow we will also be doing a tier list ranking as well, and tomorrow we'll do the tier list ranking of all the WrestleMania matches from night 1 and night 2. But today we are ranking all the NXT Stand and Deliver matches. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe because number 1, it's absolutely free. Number 2, we're on the road to 700 subscribers and just 43 right now. I really help out your boy if you did subscribe. And it'll help get some more people to join that toxic thing. With that being said, guys, before we start ranking things, here are the categories. So we have best of the best, which means they're the best matches that Stand and Deliver in like our 4.5 stars or above that. They were amazing matches. Great means they were close to best of the best, but they didn't quite make it because of like a flaw kind of held it back, but it was still a great match. Toxic goodness means it was a good match. It was really good. I liked it. I liked it overall. Okay is like it's a mixed bag. Didn't watch means I didn't watch that match, and then toxic trash means dumpster fire, the worst match of NXT Stand and Deliver. And I'll tell you right now, NXT Stand and Deliver 2024 was a surprise of a pay-per-view. And with that being said, why I put the didn't watch category on there is because apparently there was a pre-show match I missed. And that pre-show match was Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy, which I didn't know that match happened, which supposedly Joe Gacy won, which surprised me. But yeah, I didn't watch this one, so I can't comment on it. But all the other ones, I did watch, so because they were a part of the main show. So, the first match that, just making sure, okay, we're still recording. The first match that kicked off the show was the NXT Tag Team Titles match between Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs, facing Axiom and Nathan Frazier. And I was actually quite shocked by the result of, the Wolf Dogs retaining the tag titles because, you know, Braun Breaker's on SmackDown now, and I was kind of, like, expecting them to drop the titles so he can go to SmackDown, but I was wrong. And these two teams kicked off the show very well, the main show, I should say, and I thought it was... where do I put it? I think... let me look at the matches here. Let me see. I think overall I'll put it in the great category. It was a great way to kick off the show, but I think there were some spots in here that looked a little bit botched, but they caught it last second and fixed it. So it was still a great match. Nathan Frazier and Axiom showing their athleticism in this match, and incredible athleticism at that. Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker, of course, did great in this. There was a bunch of cool spots. Axiom looked like he kicked the head off of Braun Breaker at one point with the golden ratio. And yeah, overall, just a great match to kick off the show. So yeah, there's that. Then we have the triple threat match between Josh Briggs, Dijak, and Obafemi for Obafemi's NXT North American Championship. In this match, while not having really the best build-up, I will say is best of the best category for me. I loved this match. This was just a whole lot of fun. There was that cool spot with Obafemi showing his beastness, if you will. That's not a real word, but I'll use it. Where he picked both Josh Briggs and T-Bar above his not T-Bar, Dijak, sorry, above his shoulders, and it was an impressive feat of strength, I'll give it that. There are a bunch of moments throughout the match, too, where you thought Dijak was going to win the title, but ended up not winning the title, and Obafemi interfered and powerbombed Dijak on top of Josh Briggs. They had that crazy Swanton spot, or if you remember NXT, I forgot what the pay-per-view was. It was back in 2020, and it was NXT. It's the one, whatever the pay-per-view was that Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic faced each other. Dijak ended up doing the same exact spot, but Obafemi who launched who? I think Obafemi ended up launching Dijak into Josh Briggs on the outside with the same exact spot where Briggs was sitting in the commentary chair. So that was a crazy spot there. And yeah, overall, it's just a fun car wreck. So I loved this match. So yeah. Then we got a surprise of the night. I was not expecting to enjoy this match at all, and then when I heard that they were doing this match, I was just going, okay. But it was actually pretty good. All six women superstars had a great showings here. You had Kalani Jordan. She showed out a lot in this matchup as like kind of one of the newer NXT Women's Division members. Fallon Henley got some pretty good stuff to do. Thea Hale and JC Jane were the standouts because they told a really good story about a past friendship and stuff. They did good with that. Kiana James did good, and also that other girl did good. I don't know what her name is because I don't watch NXT as much as I used to, but like she's with Kiana, so I don't know what her name was, but she was pretty decent in there for my first experience with her on TV. So yeah, this match was we'll put it in the toxic goodness category. I thought it was good. I thought it was very solid. Next up, we got the NXT Women's Championship match. This was a big surprise too. Probably this and another match we're gonna talk about in a little bit. Probably had one of the best build-ups out of all the matches here, and I think you met those expectations for me, and I thought this was a best of the best match. I thought the in-ring action was great between both of these women in here, Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria. They had a way better match than their NXT Vengeance Day match, which that was still pretty decent, but not as great as this match. Told a really good story with Roxanne Perez's heel turn and her embracing this new heel attitude, which I did enjoy, where it told a good story as well with her targeting the arm of Lyra Valkyria, and that's what eventually cost her in the end. And Roxanne Perez ended up winning the NXT Women's Championship, which I do think was the right call. I'm pretty sure originally they were going to make Cora Jade be the one to defeat Lyra Valkyria, but Cora Jade got injured, unfortunately. So, for a good backup plan, Roxanne Perez was a good call because you didn't really get to see the full extension of her reign in 2023 because she got concussion. So, I'm excited that we're getting another title reign from Roxanne Perez, and maybe she can have a better reign this time. So, best of the best. I really loved that match, surprisingly. Then we got the co-main event of the evening between Ilya Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo. Also, just like Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez, the build-up was pretty good, but another match we're about to talk about after this had better build-up, but this one had pretty good build-up, and kind of made me think for a second maybe Tony D'Angelo can beat Dragunov, but I was kind of going, yeah, Dragunov will probably still retain. I thought this was good. Compared to Ilya Dragunov's standards, like for his matches, because all of his most of his matches are great to good or really good. This one kind of let me down a little bit, but it was still a pretty solid match. Told a pretty good story with the family as well, where Tony D'Angelo didn't want to cheat, and Stax was like passing him the brass knuckles, but he said, no, this is my fight. I thought that was pretty interesting. They had a cool diving H-bomb spot through the announcer's table, which was really cool. And yeah, overall it was solid, but it's just kind of a letdown to Ilya Dragunov's standards he put put out for matches, because he's such a great wrestler. So, Toxic Goodness, still good. And then we got the main event of the evening. Trick Williams versus Carmella Hayes. And where do I put this? Because I think it deserves to be best of the best. I do admit it has two minor gripes, like really minor gripes about it, where I wish it was had a special match type to it, but kind of makes up for it because they do brawl in the crowd and also use some weapons in the match, but not a whole lot of weapons, so it makes up for it because it kind of felt like a specific match type. And also I thought that maybe could have gone a little bit longer, but otherwise still a great match. Carmelo and Trick had really good chemistry together as tag team and now as competitors. Hopefully, maybe we see them have one more match before Melo gets called up to the main roster, because I do believe he's probably he's the next one to be called up to the main roster from NXT, 100%. And Trick, this match settled him as the next big star of NXT, which I think now, even though he lost to Iliel at Vengeance Day, I think Trick is going to be the one to defeat Dragunov. So, great match. So, with that being said, guys, that is just my tier list ranking of all the matches from NXT Stand and Deliver 2024. And, I thought this was the best, not just the best NXT pay-per-view of the year so far, but best WWE pay-per-view of the year so far. And night one of WrestleMania was still good. If you want my brief thoughts on that, I still thought it was good, but like one match kind of let me down a little bit, even though I overall still thought it was decent, but it still kind of let me down. But I thought this show was a perfect show, honestly. And do feel free to comment your thoughts on the show down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Bye. And also, WrestleMania tier list of videos tomorrow, so be on the lookout for the matches tier list tomorrow for both nights. But with that being said, guys, peace.